Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Astro, and today I'm gonna talk about red pill rage. Let's talk about it. So let's just jump straight into this. And if you get any value whatsoever, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, because a lot of people keep coming back to watch my videos and they don't subscribe. So if you're one of those people, please hit that. Okay, so red pill rage, if you don't know what it is, it's basically when you find out what female nature is and your idea of love gets broken in half. You are usually coming from a background, let's say a Christian background, or it doesn't even have to be religious based, but like you basically believe that you have this halo effect that women is beautiful and they can't mess up. And like if I'm the nice guy, even though you know nice guys finish last, if I'm a nice guy and I buy her stuff and I do stuff for her, she'll eventually see my value and do what I have to do. And there's the opposite guys who completely other side of the spectrum, who they believe if they're assholes and they're jackasses, girls are like that because girls like assholes, right? Both of these sides are completely misconstrued. I'd say the asshole side is closer to what girls like, but anyways, let me jump straight into it. So a lot of times, I'll tell you an example, right? I went through red pill rage when I was dating this bad Latina girl. She's Latina and Jamaican, and at the beginning she wanted me for a relationship. And if you're good with women, you're gonna be having a good rotation, and eventually, no matter what they say, friends with benefits, women always catch feelings. They can't sleep with you and not catch feelings. That's not how the feminine works. And if it works like that, that's the messed up female. So if you have a girl that's okay with sleeping with you, she probably has a body count high as hell, right? So get that in your knowledge, get that in your mind. But yeah, so I had this bad Latina John, and we was doing our thing, we were messing around. Eventually that time came around when she wanted to be my girlfriend, right? And I listened to a lot of dating coaches, so they told me that, yo, don't give away your relationships too fast, because women are the gatekeepers of sex, right? If women are the ones that determine when it's time to have sex, unless you're a rapist, which go seek mental help, I'll kick your ass. But yeah, and women, they control the dynamic. So when you got a girl that has high interest with you, she probably will sleep with you faster. If not, you probably have to work for it. So I bagged this girl pretty quick, and I know she wasn't I could just tell by her manners she wasn't for the streets, right? But like, you know, like they say, it was just my turn at the time. So boom, eventually she started pressing me for a relationship, and I remembered, I'm like, I'm gonna sponsor your ass, I'm gonna sponsor you, dumb bitch, you can't get me, you can't finesse me, right? So boom, she finessed my ass. She finessed the shit out of me. But anyway, so I held on for as long as I could. But the thing is, a lot of times as guys, when we fall in love with the looks and how useful a girl is to us, right? If it's really sexy and she's like running up your pockets, not adding any value to your life, you're probably not gonna love her. Unless you're so rich that you don't give a fuck, you have everyone else do something else for you. But like, yeah, so for me, this was during COVID-19, and I was having trouble sleeping, and this girl had such an angelic voice. She used to sing me some Billie Eilish songs, like, ah. I still remember that shit, man. It made me like Billie Eilish a little bit. So she used to sing me to sleep. Now imagine this, you not being asleep, having a sexy girl who sung you to sleep every time you're having trouble to sleep. Now imagine the days you can't sleep. Imagine the days that you restless. You're gonna think about it like, fuck, I messed up. That was probably the worst. Like, I don't know, I feel like music is witchcraft sometimes. That's why like people in the Bible always say like the devil controls music and stuff, right? Because I feel like that's witchcraft, but I was hooked, right? So boom, fast forward, I think I need this girl, I'm gonna give her a relationship. Gave her the relationship, and as soon as I popped the question one day on a date, I shit you not, I literally felt the attraction from her to me drop immediately. Mind you, this is a girl that was pressing me for relationships like a while back. So boom, whatever, I'm still dating her. I kind of really didn't notice at the time. I'm like, oh, I'm surprised she's not as enthusiastic as I thought she'll be. Time comes around, and COVID also helped a little bit, but like, I stopped being on my shit. I stopped taking it out on the weekly dates because it was COVID. So I'm like, there's no need, right? I stopped doing this, and I was losing my masculinity. I think a lot of y'all have to realize the reason you have to, if you're not from a masculine household and you don't have a dad that was there for you, you have to force yourself to get into that masculine frame, because the longer you are with women, this is how it goes. Imagine a chart. And I'm probably not gonna edit this video, so I'm not gonna post it. But imagine a chart. This is women's testosterone. The more they're in love with you, and the more you guys are in a relationship, and the more they do for you, they're gonna keep testing. This is men's testosterone. It's a scientifically proven fact. You can check this out. It drops. So you have to not skip the gym. You have to drink coconut water, even though it's a temporary fix. Take coconut water where it helps with testosterone. You have to do stuff that helps you as a man remain focused, because the longer we are with women, the more we get weak for them. The more they nag and the more they figure it out. Women are like pins poking balloons. The more they figure you out, they'll know which pin to use and what to deflate your ego. Right? And then the longer your self-esteem goes down, the easier you let her have her way, the more the shit terms happen, the more you feel this shit. It's a repeated cycle. That's why so many men have problems with dating. So many men. Tell me one man who is a decently guy who's in the dating game, who hasn't got his heart broken or hasn't had an experience with a woman that like has made him like kind of turn his head aside, and I'll tell you a fucking liar. So anyway, back forward with me and that girl. So yeah, she kind of poking around me, jabbing me. She giving me attitude and stuff, and I didn't know how to check her back then. Like when she gave me a weird vocal tone, or she said something that pissed me off, I was scared of walking around eggshells, so I didn't say anything. If I were to go back, I'd be like, yo, wash your mouth. Who you talking to? You like have some respect. Like maybe not even in that negative tone of voice, because like it's showing that emotion. But I'd be like, talk to me with some respect if you wanna, have this good conversation. Women love that. That turns them on. Women love a guy that could choke them and put them in the right place, right? That's why they say they love assholes, because assholes don't care. So boom, I came to realize all the time women loved me way more than I loved them. It was because of a couple of things. One, I was the game they couldn't beat. Meaning, I was the mysterious guy they couldn't figure out. They wanted to spend more time with me. They wanted to know what made me tick. At the beginning, I would tell them, like, they would ask me questions and I wouldn't answer them seriously. I would just flip it back onto them, right? They'll be like, oh, when are you born? I'll be like, or what sign are you? Because women love to put you in a box. Women love to say, what's your star sign? So they could say, oh, you're this. And then that's a psychological trick, because it has you trying to get her affection on, like, oh no, I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm the right guy for you. I'll do everything. I'll stand on my 2 feet for you just to make sure I love you, man. You are my girl. That's what they want. And then they lose attraction when you do that. Right? So I realized when they ask me, oh, what's your sign? I'd be like, the money sign, baby girl. What's your sign? And I'd be like, no, seriously. I'd be like, oh, the savage sign. I'm a savage, baby girl. And they'd be asking me when I'm born. I'd be like, don't worry about it. Every day my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'll say stuff that you'll be like, why is he like this? Like, and some girls might pretend they're mad at it, and some girls will get mad at it. Like a very few amount might actually get mad, and if you really fuck with her, first of all, that's a red flag, because why are you getting mad that I'm not telling you my birthday? But second of all, if you really fuck with her and you really want to make it work with someone with a red flag like that, sure, tell her your birthday. But like, when I kept the mystery up, they couldn't get enough of it. They would want more of my time, more of my energy. They would want to be with me. They would want to see me every second of the day. And I would hold them to the nose. They would want to see me more, and I'll say, no, I can't see you more. I got this going, I got that going. The thing is, this is tougher the more you know a girl, the more you're in a relationship, because you feel like she deserves your time. You feel like she's worked for it. So it's harder for you to say no to giving her more of your time and effort. Still take her out on dates, sure. Like, women need to be courted, but you don't have to see her 3, 4, 5 times a day. I know a guy who's in a great relationship. He doesn't even text his girl every day, and that took me a while to understand too. Right? A lot of times codependency creeps out when you haven't got the loving you deserve in your life. You feel like you have to vicariously live through someone and get the appreciation you want. Right? So that was good. That was number 1. 2, at the beginning, a lot of times, guys, the reason you don't get the girls is because you want her to like you. Majority of the times at the beginning of the relationships, I was entertaining myself. I didn't give a fuck what she liked. I didn't give a damn. I'm like, yo, it's just good for me. When you have options, that's why it's easier to have that mentality. That's why it's easier to pass the shit test, because you're not keeping up with bullshit. You don't have one girl that you like, yo, that's my only source of climax. Yo, if this girl don't act right, I'm about to go to Jesse down the block. I'm about to go to Nicole down the corner. I'm about to go to Amber down the street by the pub, right? So Another thing, at the time when I was dating around, I would go for low vibrational women who gave me easy ass, women for the streets, because I knew I didn't have to try. I literally had 2 best friends who want me, and I made out with both of them. And I went for the one that was more of a thought, because I knew I could get my yash. I could get my yash early. And the girl that was good for me, who was a good Muslim girl, who probably would have let me smash eventually, had lower body count. I didn't go for her because I'm like, yo, she didn't have experience in the bedroom, and this, that, and the third. I was beating on women who were good women for me. Come to realize that, like, I was with a girl who had a count of over 40. I don't know about y'all boys, but that's high for me, especially growing up with a Christian household. That's high. And if statistically proven, if a girl has over 10 bodies, it's gonna be harder for her to be satisfied in your relationship. It's actually, you have a 5 or 1% chance, or a very low percent chance that you're the best person she slept with. But the reason I stayed with them was because I felt they would be good in the bed. I could get my rocks off easy. She could, what's Stephen Cole say? Give me the dick, like I could dig till I bust. That's what I wanted. Come to realize that chasing after the pokes like that was bad for my mental. I wasn't on my mission. I wasn't on my drive. That's not attractive. And at the end of the day, you're losing your life. If I looked at half my friends who were chasing ass like me, look at where they at. They're not where they need to be in life. I'm not approving of that message. And the other half who were on this stuff and they're exactly where they need to be. Women would always come, focus on your bag, king. That's what it is. And half the time, the girl that I was with 40 bodies, she wasn't even a good kisser. She wasn't even good. Okay, she rolled the piece sometimes good, sometimes, but it's nothing you couldn't teach a girl who's new to it. You can get the same freak energy from a girl who don't got that much body compared to a girl who do. Because sometimes they just getting smashed and passed around, and they just getting a quick bust and the guys leave. So they don't even cultivate the good greasing, right? Like sometimes you might learn a trick or two. And like in that case, sure. But don't be looking for women that are low vibration who are for the streets too much. And if you are, that says something about you and your damage and your trauma. That says something about your subconscious. You feel like you don't need or deserve a woman that's up there, so you go for damaged women, even if they're not fully damaged, mildly damaged, because you don't think that bad bitch would want you. And if that's the case, why is that? Have you worked on yourself enough to attain that bad bitch and attain that good caliber woman? Not a lot of people can achieve that. Not a lot of people can work for themselves. But if you're watching this video and you stay to this long, you are one of those guys that can. You have a good enough attention span. The average attention span is 8 seconds. People are probably off this drinking their meat right now, right? And if you're getting value, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Another thing, cut off peasies, cut off porn, bro. It might be hard, but like cut it off. I don't care how you have to do it. It gives you unrealistic expectations. It messes up your brain. It literally messes up your brain function. The devil wants you to watch peasies. Cut it off. If you're not where you need to be, why are you watching hour movies? Why are you watching long ass shows? You could watch it from time to time. Why are you binge watching animes, but not every day? Why are you smoking, balling up? If you're not a high-functioning, productive baller. And a lot of people think they're high-functioning and productive. Majority are not. Majority of you guys look up to people like Snoop Dogg who made it, who are the anomalies. I'm just getting passionate about this. That's why I seem like I'm yelling. But like, get on your shit. Like a lot of times women want a dude who's on this shit, who don't got too much time for it. They're gonna nag and complain when you're in a relationship that I want more time for you. That's good. You rather have your woman wanting more time for you. That's the better of the two extremes. If your woman doesn't want I'd rather be the guy who she couldn't beat the game of who. Because when you can't beat the game, you always think about the one that got away and you want to come back. If you're the one that you got and you beat that game, there's no fun to it. Maybe if you work on yourself and grind and you get where you got to be, then later down the line, they'll be like, oh, this guy's different. Let me try to beat that game again. But that's the messed up thing about women. That's why men are going their own way, because they don't have time for this. Like a lot of these young women play so much games, and a lot of old women think these guys are assholes. They don't want me. When they wasted their youth to be like only focusing on their career and going right into carousel. And it sucks. Like as men, it's like we're in the if you're not a high value and man, you're losing. You're on the losing side of the equation. Because these feminist women are like, oh, he doesn't want you because the more older you are, the more powerful you are. No, I don't want a girl that looks like a Nicki Mora. I don't want a girl that looks like a ball sack on her face. You should have bagged the guy that was good, that had potential when he was younger. And a lot of girls, I'm not saying the game's fair, because a lot of girls actually go for a guy who fucks them over and messes up their mental, but a lot of guys also don't have that male figure that can help them direct. But I can't feel pity. Even if some women are more emotional than not, they still have a logical thinking brain. I can't feel pity because some girls waste their 20s riding the carousel, and then they want to settle down with the simp that they found on the street corner. If you're a guy who's been with a girl who you thought, yo, she has a low body count, I'm good, and then you find out her body count is exceptionally high, I'm going to tell you this. Unless you have very low standards, you're going to feel cooked. You're going to feel like you lost. You're going to feel like the woman that you thought was worth it, it's not. And you know why? Because as men, we want a girl who's slutty for us, but not for the rest of the world. So if she was giving one-night stands to dudes, like sure, for me, even, I've had a girl that just gave me a one-night stand, and we actually ended up started a relationship off that, and which at the hindsight was dumb, but I thought I was special. And then the thing is, you have to let these women talk, because they rat on themselves. Don't be judgmental. The reason you shouldn't be judgmental is because you want to know who you're dealing with, right? So boom, let her talk. She told me she's got a higher body count and she's had multiple one-night stands. That's not special anymore. It's special when you have a girl who's been with multiple relationships, who made people wait, and then you had the one-night stand, and then say, okay, she really has high attraction for me. A lot of women don't get this. They want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun, right? Girls just want to enjoy the piecemeal piece. And a lot of girls hate men. We hate men, and they shit on men, because a lot of these feminists, they're miserable, and misery loves company, right? So. Also, don't forget to like my shit, man, and subscribe, bro. But like, yeah, I'm giving you guys knowledge for days, but I say this to say this. Red pill rage is a billion-dollar industry, maybe multi-million-dollar industry. They want you to stay angry. I don't want you to stay angry. Right now, it's hard, and I'd much rather you be angry than sad if you're going through this. But I need you to listen to YouTubers like Psych Hacks, who are healthy, who tell you what it is. You should be happy. You know what life is now. You're not living in an arcade game. You're not living in a false ideologies anymore. Now you know women are. You can use your female nature against them. You can be that guy that you always want to be, the one that girls fawn over you, and you cannot get attached to the destination of what you want, because you realize, hey, I would do the same if I was a woman, because they are creatures of habit and survival, and they are echo chambers. Well, one girl, isn't it weird that when one girl likes you, two like you, when two like you, three like you, right? They don't, a lot of them, even if they're smart as fuck, they don't really think for themselves. They think as a squad. As men, we want to battle everything by ourselves. That's why you got to have a group of strong men who are with you when you have moments of weakness, because you can't go to a woman with your problems. They don't know how to handle it. They don't. They might try and say, oh, it's okay, but they'll start losing attraction for you. That's just the game, babes. That's just the game, boys. It is what it is. But now that you know that, you would be very foolish to go on and still live in your fantasy of the ideologies of these women are perfect, this halo effect. If she's beautiful, she must have a beautiful heart. You would be damn right idiotic. I would even use the R word, but like, I don't want to do retarded niggas like that, because you'll even be worse than that. You'll be a nigga with Asperger's if you did that, because you know that's what white people do. They'll know the information and they use it to their benefit. If you watch this video and you still want to say, I don't know what he's talking about, wait. If you're a nice guy and says, yo, I don't know what he's talking about, I'm just gonna get this girl through love, unless she's a virgin, that's just amazing. If she has a couple of bodies, just wait. I'll give you 6 months. I'll give you 2 years, and come back to the video. And when you're going through that red pill rage, I want to let you know that it's okay to be angry, but don't let it control you. Because then, if any external like sources can control you, you're not a powerful man. So focus on what you can. Be like, okay, that sucks. That's life. What can I do about it? Go to the gym. Have fun with your friends. Enjoy time with your friends. People that make you happy. That's what a lot of people, when they're dying, that's what they said the key to their happiness was their good relationships. Enjoy that. Enjoy your own presence. Take yourself out on dates. But red pill rage stuff, it's not doing good for our men. It's not. And it's dividing the men and women. And it's like, I love women at the end of the day. I love who they are. When a woman loves you and she thinks you're generally attractive and she's feminine, they could be the best people to be around. It's only when men are messed up and women get their masculine and they start feeling the shit test, that's when they think they're not pleasant. Right? So as a man, just stick with me and ride with the team, man. Subscribe so that I could help you. Let me know in the comments. I reply to every one of my comments right now. If you need any advice, holla at the boy. I'm gonna go put my groceries inside and do my laundry, so later. But once again, you're strong. I love y'all boys, Peace.